Ian.
Dave.
I have had a rough 24 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have. Let me go ahead and first
Lay it on me.
Let me outline
Should
it for
we
you.
should we introduce ourselves?
People watching this should know that we are Team ClearCoat.
Yes, correct. You clicked on this or whatever.
I'm Dave.
I am Ian.
We're an automotive podcast.
We mostly talk about cars.
Yep, and we're going to start by talking about cars somewhat.
Okay.
So last night, my parents visited over the last few days, and they left on Monday, right?
Okay. That's the hallmark of a successful parental visit.
When they leave.
When they leave. Yes.
Right. Yeah, and it was a great visit. We had a great time, but there's those times where you're like, everybody wants to go back to their home.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Love my folks. Couldn't ask for better parents, right? And so I'm in my house. It's just Dave quiet time, right? I had the washing machine, the dishwasher, all whirring away. I had completed a bike ride.
Sleepy time.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to make myself a nice big bowl of ramen because it is cardigan weather.
Yeah.
And my ramen game is on point. Right? And it's time for me to bust out these long sleeve guys that I love so much.
Yeah.
I love these guys.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We've moved on to our winter uniforms.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Welcome to Old Man Podcast, where we just yell at clouds.
I have pockets in this one. They just come with Werther's Originals. It's amazing. All right, continue. Sorry.
So
Dave's sleepy time is where
yeah. So I make myself a giant bowl of hot ramen, couple eggs in it, right? Yeah, poached eggs inside the ramen. That's the way to do it.
Nice.
I sit down on my couch.
Mm-hmm.
I put on Mystery Science Theater 3000, some of the new episodes that are on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
And I take a couple bites of the broth, take a couple sips. Fantastic. And then out of nowhere, the entire bowl slides off of the plate onto my body and the couch. And it's a bowl, it's a solid.
You were ready to do some work
and
on some ramen.
And it was piping hot. I jump up and pull my clothes away from, because that's what burns you is if your clothes hold it there, right?
Yeah.
And so I pull my clothes off. I'm glad I don't have security cameras in my house, because you just see me randomly jumping up and tearing off my clothes, and then tons of it was just I could see the whole thing happen in slow motion, just oh fuck, And so I tear off my clothes. I get everything cleaned up, and it was one of those things where I was so frustrated that all that happened. I wasn't even hungry. I didn't even eat anything the rest of the night.
Yeah, you just go to bed at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wake up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Super early this morning, can't sleep.
Yeah.
Probably all the ramen burns, right? Thankfully, I'm okay. I'm okay, right? I wake up, get ready, go, and I have a therapist appointment this morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
I regularly see a therapist. I highly recommend
Besides me.
Besides Ian, right? I'm driving to my therapist appointment downtown towards your place, and somebody lets me out from a street onto 8th Street, where I promptly lightly rear-end a lady in an Acura TSX. Thankfully, everybody's okay. She pulled over. I pulled over right behind her, and then I peeled out and took off. No, I stopped, and I get out of the car and I say, I'm so sorry. Are you okay? She's fine. It was maybe 4 miles an hour, right? About the same as someone hit me, right?
Now, all I really want to know with all of this is when the police showed up and took your report.
Uh-huh.
Did you start with, well, I was making some ramen last night?
Right, exactly, right? And no, this counts.
Yeah.
Add it all up.
Yeah.
Add it all up. So
none of this takes place in a vacuum, officer.
Right, exactly. Yes, thank you. So thankfully, or unthankfully, another person had rear-ended her car before, and there was already some damage. And so I just maybe put a couple tiny little extra notches from my license plate frame.
Uh-huh.
on her existing damage, and to the best of my knowledge, I'm going to send her a referral from my body shop, and if she takes it in to get it fixed, I'll throw her some money, just to help.
Yeah.
Right. And I just so happen to be taking my car to the body shop tomorrow morning to have work done on the rear, and I'm also going to have them do work on the front just to respray and clean everything up.
Right.
So, yeah. So that, and then like as I get to my therapist's office after all this, all hell breaks loose at work.
Right.
And I have to walk into my therapist's office, cancel my appointment, schedule the next one.
Like the Grandpa Simpson
gif
of him walking into the bar, putting his hat on the thing. And
exactly like that. And then I had to drive, of all places, to Colorado fucking Springs. So, right? Of all things, like, don't give up therapy in the name of going to that godforsaken town, right?
Right.
So, thankfully, things are calming down. But that's just been my last 24 hours.
Well, I'm sorry, man. That sounds rough.
It could be worse. Everything could be worse. So
that's true.
I could have 4th-degree burns on my tum-tum. Hey,
you get an extra degree when it's ramen.
Exactly.
Not a lot of people know that.
But you know what?
If there are noodles involved, man,
I don't have to manscape that side for a while.
Yeah.
So
noodles can get up to like plasma state.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah. So I'll just be trimming old Lefty.
Oh my God.
Uh-huh.
We're done with that.
Nope.
Topic.
I'm not letting you gloss over my tummy hair. Ian. So how have you been, Ian?
I've been very busy.
Okay.
Traveling and doing a lot of like work is crazy right now for me as well.
Yeah.
I did get to go see our friend Ikethan.
Yes.
Of the Untitled Car Show.
Yes, you saw Ike.
I did. I met Ike.
Uh-huh.
He identified me immediately. I had no idea what he looked like.
Ian, don't you watch his YouTube videos?
Yes.
He actually kind of looks like me. I think
he does a little bit.
Yeah,
just like it broad strokes.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Tall, skinny, ginger guy.
Sorry, Ike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
I felt
right at home.
Looking like me.
I felt right at home.
Yeah.
And we went karting and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was great.
Well, come on, dish on the details of how karting went. I want times. I want to know electric, gas, indoor, outdoor. How many people in the heat? How many heats? Give me the whole thing.
All right. So it was Autobahn karting out by BWI in Maryland.
Okay.
Did you know they have crab cakes in Maryland?
They have crab cakes in Maryland?
I just found this out.
Your wife's tweet was fantastic about calling Nico a Maryland crab cake and him losing his shit.
Yeah, he's been yelling at us for like 3 days. I'm not a Maryland crab cake. Anyway.
Yeah.
So they have crab in Maryland. Apparently it's a thing.
Maryland has crabs.
Yeah.
Noted.
Yes. So I've been to this place before a couple of times. On the thing that it gives you, it said it was my 4th visit there.
Okay.
But they're electric, and they have 2 tracks, which is kind of an interesting setup. So they have one track that they call Monaco, which is like really tight, which is a little tighter and more technical. I think it's the more fun of the 2.
Okay.
Because there's more places to pass. And then there's another one called Le Mans, which is like it's really fast and flowing, and like there's basically like no braking zone.
Okay.
Like, you just basically are feathering the throttle except for one spot.
Okay.
So we were gonna just do 3 races of Monaco.
Okay.
And so we did 2 races, and it was just Ike and I think for both of those.
Okay. Who won?
I did.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I don't know. That's it. I don't know. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. No, I was driving well. I was driving well, I'll say.
Internet listeners, what I'm trying to get Ian to do and why he's acting like I'm sticking hot pokers into his body is that Ian actually has some driving talent. He just doesn't like to talk about it.
Emphasis on some.
Ian.
So, no, I was doing well. I was in the really, really, really crazy times are like in the 21s.
Okay.
I was like a 23-0.
Okay. All right.
Right.
For a tight, twisty course,
Right.
Yeah, I can totally see that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not as good at the electric karts. I'm just
Right.
not. Like every time I've driven them, I have a hard time modulating throttle.
Yeah.
And they're just not. I think it's just a different feel, and I just
Yeah.
haven't spent enough time in them to master it.
Right.
So, but by the end of it, I was in the 22s. I was
okay.
down in the 22s.
Sure.
But anyway, so then a group of guys come in, a group of regulars.
Oh, okay.
Come in,
Yeah.
and the guy who's running the place, his name was Jonathan. I think he gave me his card. I should probably look at it before I just say that. Jonathan.
Okay.
Jonathan, who was running the races, said, you know what, you guys should go in a heat with these guys,
Okay.
and because they're really good, so you could follow them. And
Sure.
do that.
Yeah.
And so we did, and they had talked Jonathan into letting them do a grid start, which is
No way.
so much fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I got like 2 people on the start.
Okay.
I just like blasted through.
Wow.
And it was funny because Ike and I were both talking like, okay, before like, okay, we're not gonna like ruin these guys' race.
Right,
We're gonna,
right.
Take our time at the start, and then the flag dropped, and I was just like, boom.
Okay.
Just like muscling my way up the inside of the first corner. That was stupid. Because it wasn't even for position; it was still for times. But it was like, I gotta go. And I ended up finishing like mid pack.
Nice.
I think Ike was like, I think there was 8 people. I think he was 7th, and I think I was like 4th.
Nice, buddy. Nice.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
So I did, and then Ike left. He had to go, and I stayed and did one more race with them.
And how'd you do on that one?
I think it was 4th or 5th. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
So kind of like mid pack with those guys.
Yeah. I mean, you just walk in. You've only been there 4 times, and you show up with a pack of regulars, and you turn out mid-pack times. That's just someone that has no talent whatsoever.
Whatever. All right, let's move it on.
You need to watch the YouTube video of this podcast if you're listening to it on the audio medium, so you can just see Ian squirm in his seat. Yeah. He alternates cheek to cheek.
Also, while I was there,
which is how we're sitting as well.
Yeah, it's true. This is all just visual trickery.
Yeah.
To make it look like we're not.
Oh no, I'm not talking about on our faces.
Oh, okay, right.
Down there, under the table.
Anyway, so
with our butts.
So also while I was out there for work, obviously, and a coworker of mine who's out there has a 2012 Mustang Shelby GT500.
Oh wow, okay.
And he has an upgraded supercharger on it from the 2013. So I think it's like a 2.3 liter. Yep, that's it, and it's in that color too, which is
the Ford Grabber blue,
the correct color.
That is a good color for that car.
He gave me a ride in it. He also has like the smallest pulley he can put on it.
Really?
So he's running like, I think 10 or 12 pounds of boost in it.
Wow. Okay.
And he said somewhere in the neighborhood of like 600 at the wheels.
Yeah.
It's brisk.
I bet.
It's brisk.
Yeah.
But like, there's like. It's so crazy because the way it's geared, like, if you do a full second into third pull, like, you're just in death or jail territory, just immediately.
Okay.
And he was like, "Yeah, there's like no place to," but he takes it drag racing. So.
Okay.
But yeah, that was fun. So thank you to Brad for taking me for a ride in that.
Wow. Yeah.
He very, very smartly did not let me drive it. Because we would have been in a tree.
That car truly is a phallus. Like that is that is.
It looks really good though. That's a bit of a body kit on that one.
And the hood is popped on that, so it looks a little odd,
weird. But yeah, it is a good looking car, and it's crazy.
Yeah. How's the supercharger whine? Like, is there a lot of induction noise and?
Yeah, it's just a lot of noise. So there's induction noise. There's a lot of exhaust, obviously.
Right.
And then once he gets it above like 4,000, like all of a sudden the supercharger is like really easy to hear.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Like further up in the rev range you go. And that's the thing with the supercharger is that it like because it's the pulley, it's producing more boost as it goes. So it just it just feels like there's more and 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 more.
And
like,
then you're in jail.
yeah, and then
Right.
you're in jail.
And also dead.
And also dead.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dead jail.
Nice, man.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Did you have a rental car while you were out there?
I did.
Oh God, is it that boring? Was it a Nissan Altima again?
I remember what it was, because I the only thing that I enjoyed about it was that I thought of a funny way to say the name.
What's the just one thing about it?
It was
The
a
name?
2018 Kia Sportage.
Sportage. Oh yeah,
It's an Italian car.
the
The Sportage.
that is the just one thing about the yeah.
Yeah, there is.
That's a Chevy Equinox.
It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, you're right.
No, it really, honestly, I've driven, and I meant to. I really did mean to like look up things about it.
Sure.
I forgot. But like the price, but like it actually drives pretty well for what
Okay.
it is.
Sure.
But I still
Yeah. Yeah.
I forgot that I had driven it until
Yeah.
this very moment.
Right. Yeah.
It's one of those cars you hand the keys back in and then it's gone.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So there's this
But it had like 1,300 miles on it when I got it.
Okay. There's this memory technique, right? So you know how like sometimes you'll leave the house and you're like, did I lock the door? And you have no memory of locking the door, right? It's because that thing that you were doing, there's nothing unique about it whatsoever. Right? It there's no like blips for your mind to grab onto. It's all things that it's all seen a million times before. Right? So the way to get yourself to remember locking the door before you leave is to just do something completely random, right? Like say pickles.
I do this.
Right.
I do this. What I do is I just put my penis on a different part of the door every time.
There you go.
That's
there
what
you
I
go.
do.
That's why I got hepatitis when I went to your house.
Sorry about that.
But
there were signs up.
Right. but basically that's what you're facing with these rental cars, right?
Yeah, it's
you
totally
have
true.
you have this background 60 hertz, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right? You have
Yeah.
the fluorescent light,
The hum.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
the cubicle farm.
Yeah.
Right?
No, that's totally.
Yeah.
That's totally exactly what it is.
It is.
And I
yeah.
actually put quite a few miles on it too, because I was like driving kind of all over the place with it.
Right.
But
It's all background noise, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
And see, that's why you had to give yourself the Sportage,
Yeah.
right?
That's exactly right. Yeah. Sportage.
Sportage. Ian. Oh.
What car did that drive?
Exactly.
And I don't want to say anything bad about it, because that actually, I do remember it being a perfectly fine car. I
Right.
actually
But there's
liked
nothing exemplary about it.
No, yeah, it was
Right.
fine. But yeah, of the cars in that class that I have driven, is it the best one? It was the least awful one.
Okay.
The least
okay.
awful one,
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah.
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 Let's move it on.
Okay.
Nobody wants to talk
before
about
we
the Kia
fall asleep.
Sportage.
Sportage. Oh, let's see here. So, my parents were here.
Yes.
I showed them the blanket fort. And
Oh, God.
I actually put my mom and dad on the mic, and I sat here, and we just they were totally into it.
Really?
Like, yeah, it was hilarious. And so like,
Did you drop penises on the blanket fort messaging
well, my
system?
mom was in charge of the blanket fort messaging system, and so she was writing things as they were talking.
I was wondering because I saw this was out. Yeah.
Yeah, and so here you go. That's what my mom wrote. She wrote. she wrote, "Shut up, Ian."
He is making shit up.
Yeah, well, my dad was telling some story about something, and she wrote, "He is making shit up," and crossed your name out and put in Dave. And I was like, well, that could be either one of us. Like, who are you directing that to?
That's accurate.
Yeah. So anyway,
evergreen message board.
Yeah,
message.
Exactly.
He's making shit up.
Yeah. Welcome to our show. But also, you earlier were talking about the extended duration that it took you to hike with Nico today.
Yes.
Right, because he was hiking on his own.
Yes.
I also experienced a similar thing with my parents in a Costco visit.
Yeah. I'm familiar with that as well.
Love them. Couldn't ask for better folks. Yep. But man, they love to tootle through some Costco, man. They love to tootle. I didn't even get cheese pizza, man.
No.
Yeah.
You were just tootled out.
Tootled out.
All
dude.
tootled out.
Yep. Anyway, Ian, besides the return of cardigan weather, what else do we have to talk about? You talked about karting with Ike.
I want to talk about a phenomenon.
Yeah.
An automotive phenomenon that we have to deal with as enthusiasts.
Yeah, let's do it.
And it's something that we've talked about before, but I feel that we have missed an opportunity. And
really?
And I'm going to explain.
TeamClearCoat once again.
Yes. No. And I
missing
think
opportunity.
This is an opportunity we have to make the world of car enthusiasm a better place.
Okay. Missing opportunities and apexes since 2015.
I like it. Today on the highway I saw what I am very certain is a 2015 or so BMW 328.
Okay.
Pretty sure it was a 328. I don't know for certain because it was debadged, but it only had the one tailpipe.
Okay. All right.
It was debadged except for one very poorly placed M badge on the trunk.
No.
It was extraordinarily clearly not an M car.
Oh,
no. It didn't have any other signs of being an M car whatsoever.
Ian.
And I had, just coming out of the mountains and in Colorado, people don't have what Matt Farah calls canyon etiquette, where you move, you see someone coming faster behind you, use the turnouts, which there are many.
Yeah, it's rare to see somebody doing that.
Right, and so we have a language for expressing displeasure.
Yeah,
and we also, as car enthusiasts, we have a language for expressing oh, I see what you did there.
Okay,
like I'll get in the Volkswagen more frequently. You get the head nod.
Yeah.
Head nod.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get a thumbs up.
Right. I gave it a Nissan R32 a thumbs up. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
You get thumbs up. Harley nerds do this thing.
Yeah. They do the little side wave. Yeah.
Right. And then, and then there's Jeep waves and
Mini Cooper waves. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we have ways of recognizing other car enthusiasts who we approve of.
Yeah.
What we don't really have is the correct language for car-to-car communication for when somebody does this.
Yeah, that is some hot bullshit.
Because they know that they've done this.
Yeah.
Nobody does that on accident.
Right. Yeah.
And so,
there's no poser hand sign.
Right. There needs to be some quick shorthand for expressing not only, I know you're one of us, and you should know better.
Exactly. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. That's exactly it.
Yeah.
And I think I can do that.
With a look.
Yeah.
As a parent.
Well, and just as
you
generally shitty human being.
Being a 90-year-old man in a 30-something-year-old body. Yeah.
Right. I do withering.
Yeah, I was going to say withering.
Well.
Yeah, hashtag on brand. Yeah.
But I feel like that's not always enough.
Right. Yeah.
And so we need to work on that. Well, what can we do?
Yeah,
What can we do? I think this.
Yeah, it's just the finger side to side, tisk tisk, just a gentle and a head.
If it was safer while you're driving, you could do one of these.
Right.
The Picard face palm.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, that's a good one. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Killing me.
Yeah.
Killing me.
Right? Yeah, you're killing me, Smalls.
Right.
You're just rubbing the temples.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
But we need to make it obvious that we're talking about the badging.
Yeah. I'm so mad about that. Mentally, I'm going to my happy place.
But that's the thing. If you're into cars enough, to know to do that, then you must be acutely aware that there is a subset of human out there who knows exactly what it is you've done.
Yep.
And if that guilt would crush me.
Yeah.
I would not. That is the same amount of guilt. If I looked up after 40 minutes of driving in my rearview mirror, and I just saw a huge line of cars that couldn't get past me.
Right.
Right? That's also a level of guilt that I don't understand how people live with themselves.
Yeah. Right.
But this.
Yeah. That's like the George Costanza of cars. Right? Because part of the person that commits a lie like that believes it. They believe it.
That is
right.
They are the Costanza. You're correct.
Yeah,
and I think
car stanza.
Yeah, that's what we need to call it.
Car stanzaing. Yeah. George Costanza.
Yeah,
we just coined new car language.
Yeah. They are the Costanza corner of car culture.
Yeah,
there's a lot of alliteration for you.
Yeah,
the Costanza corner of car culture.
I won't be able to say that past 10:30.
Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about.
Yeah,
George Costanza famously would take a lie that was like the dumbest shit ever.
Right.
And just run it out. Run it out on Seinfeld.
His famous quote is, "It's not a lie if you believe it."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what that is.
It is.
That is Costanza underneath his desk at the Yankees.
Because part of that person wants to believe it and also tells people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of those badges just say I'm an architect.
Yes, right? and also like we've seen those videos of people like asking car people at car shows about their cars. Like you saw the famous one with the guy with the Mustang that said it had like a rotary engine or something like that.
That one.
Yeah, like people that just make shit up about their cars, you know?
Right.
When it's like, it's just because it's a black box to you mentally doesn't mean it's that way for other people, but they can't see past that.
Yeah.
So I think that there's a little bit of that in there as well.
Yeah.
But that is Costanza, man.
What if we took all of the extra badges off of those cars and replaced them with Vandalay Industries badges?
Yes. And that's how we say it. We just say like, man, that's Costanza.
Yeah.
That's how the line is delivered. Yeah.
I'm telling you, we're breaking new ground here.
We are.
How have we gone this long without a word for this?
I know, right? Yeah.
I mean, I guess up badging is the technical name for it, but that's lame.
Right.
That's not a fun pop culture reference.
Yeah.
So we say inadequate.
Yeah, I don't think of a short bald man when I use that automotive term.
No, but you're exactly you've hit that on the head. That is exactly what that is.
Well, like Costanza, I'll go out on an up note. See ya. Bye. I'm out. T-Bone out.
Well, and you know how the animation in the like Starlink for Subaru and other all of those are like a big thing now when you open up
your fucking car has to have a splash screen.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous. Those are all Vandalay Industries.
Yes. Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm an architect.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I'm a marine biologist. Yeah. Right? Oh,
man. So anyway, that brings me to an FMK cars.
Oh, okay. All right.
I will explain it, and then I will give it to you.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I'll give it to you good. FMK Cars is a game that we play. It's based on the classic game of Fuck, Marry, Kill, except we play it with cars instead of people because we're nice. Fuck means you drive it for a day, you hit it and then quit it. M means you marry it. It is your new daily driver, warts and all. You put a ring on it. K means it goes to the crusher. It's kill, go to the crusher, blah, blah, blah. That's it.
Die, candy, die.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is based off of this M-badged 328 that was clearly a 328 but had just an M badge on it.
Clearly bullshitting.
Clearly Costanza-ing.
Yep.
What a Costanza that one is.
Yeah.
So this one is called Son, that badge is writing checks your exhaust pipe can't catch. I wrote it down wrong. Take what's
back to one, everybody. Back to one. No, this is Team Clearcoat.
Yeah, we're gonna
Automotive podcast. I'm Dave.
Yeah, edit that out. Son, that badge is writing checks your exhaust pipe can't cash.
Nice.
Nailed it.
I'm not
first try. It's amazing I did that first try. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. All right. So you'll get the idea here.
Okay. Yeah.
The other thing in this is that everybody who's into cars, everybody knows.
Okay.
And
You're
will
not
now
fooling
gives
anyone.
you
Nice.
one of
Tisk
these.
tisk. Okay,
One
you're
of
known
these.
as a Costanza.
You are known as a Costanza.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. All right. Son, that badge is writing checks your exhaust pipe can't cash.
Love it.
First
Love
one.
it.
Your current car, Infiniti M45,
Okay. All right. My beloved 45.
D-badged, BMW M badges.
Oh no. BMW M badges. I don't
Yeah.
want that. I don't want that. Ian.
No me gusta.
No me gusta.
Yeah.
Ian.
Yeah.
Ah,
And
BMW.
we'll put a roundel on there as well.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no, Ian. Okay, let me get the messaging system. I got a lot to keep track over. Got a lot of irons in the fire. Okay.
Woof.
M45.
That coffee got right to the, like, there's that one temperature.
Uh-huh.
You're like, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. This is
Undrinkable.
the worst thing I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
And I just hit that.
Yeah.
The last sip.
Okay.
Horrendous.
All right. M45 BMW.
All right. Mercedes CLA 250
Okay.
with AMG badging.
Oh.
So I think it's probably, you would consider it a worse car.
Yeah.
But at least you're in the same,
Staying in the
Family.
same brand. Yeah.
and it might take someone might have to look twice to make sure that it's not actually an AMG.
Right. Yeah.
Because there was an AMG version of that.
There was.
Not in the States, but it's
Right.
fine. Don't worry about it. We'll skip past it.
Fine. There 45 was the one in the States.
So this one is my favorite
Okay.
because it's a mix of a good car, but the rebadging, the Costanza-ing here is so egregious.
Okay. All
but
right.
it's something that happens.
Okay.
Lexus GSF,
Uh-huh.
the only badging that's on it, Type R badges. Everywhere.
God damn it.
On the brake calipers.
Why did I type R? Yeah. That'd be funny if it actually came up.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
So, if you don't know, obviously Type R is Honda, and
Yeah.
when you will on occasion, you'll see an older Toyota with a Type R
Yeah.
badge,
Yeah.
and to me, it's the funniest shit ever.
I love it when people put type R badges on stuff.
It's the greatest.
Okay. All right. I'm going to kill my M45 with the BMW. That would really murder me,
yeah.
right? And then I, for a day, will have the CLA AMG.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think it's so odd with the Lexus, I'll just do it.
Yeah.
And then I'll Sharpie right in silver Sharpie right before the R, just ARG or ARRRR, like the type R.
No,
No.
you don't get to do that.
Okay, I'm still doing it.
Yeah.
I'll take the Lexus GSF. I'll marry that. What would you do?
I would do the exact same thing.
Would you?
Because
Okay.
it's so funny to take like a V8
right,
Type F.
right, and
Or
put
however they call it.
a Honda Type R.
Yeah.
Right.
But you know someone's going to do it.
Yeah.
Someone will do it.
Someone will definitely do it.
And
Yeah.
it'll be hilarious.
Did I show you the truck in my neighborhood? It's a giant, like a Toyota iForce V8 Tundra, and they put the hybrid synergy drive sticker on it.
Well, we've talked about that before, about
Yeah.
people like greenwashing their cars.
Yeah, like the infamous Fit that I saw that one day.
Yeah. And I still think that's an unscrupulous car dealer.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I do want to know, like, the people who do this, the people who do Costanza,
Yeah.
because there could also be a high percentage of people who do that who are just trolling,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know? Because
Right.
that is funny,
Right?
you know?
Right.
But I think it would have to be a better car, like a 328 to an M.
Right.
That's not a good
No,
troll
no,
thing.
You have to go the other way. You have to go the opposite way.
Well, I would say like putting Type R badges on the Porsche.
Yeah.
Would be a fantastic troll.
Right,
Or putting
right.
Volkswagen badges on a Porsche.
Right, exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Just to fuck with people.
right. Or badging my Infinity as a Nissan. Right?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway.
I like that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Just like I find like that Daewoo badges like fit my logo area perfectly. Yeah. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, you got to go the other way with it.
I
yeah,
like it.
If you're going to do it, if you're going to Costanza, you have to reverse Costanza.
Yeah. But down badging is a thing. Like
Right.
in Europe, that's a big thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that impacts taxes and stuff like that, right?
Well, and just people's perception.
Just
of,
culture.
Yeah, just culturally.
Okay. I think here we're just more likely to straight up debadge it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I have an FMK cars for you, Ian. This one is called here, I'll give you this. This is called Man, Machine, Beast.
Okay, I'm going to need this, okay?
Okay. All right.
Man, Machine, Beast.
You know how the inspiration for these FMK cars can just come from anywhere. This is just something I was talking to my girlfriend about, and I was like, I've got to give Ian an FMK cars about this tonight. So, Ian, you'll get it as we go along here. All right. First car.
It's a good thing that people know what that is. The people in our lives know what that is, because if you just said that out loud in front of a stranger, they'd be like, "What kind of freaky shit is this guy into?"
Exactly. Yeah, and I heard they like Costanzing too. Yeah.
So dirty.
I know, right? Ian.
Yes.
Let's see here. So, first up, a Tesla Model S P100D.
We're off to a good start.
Okay. With this car, you get an autonomous drone. Okay. And this drone functions as your photographer. So you take some great pictures. You love taking pictures, right? We both love taking pictures.
Yeah.
But you can't take pictures anymore. This autonomous drone takes the pictures for you. Okay? All right?
But like according to my commands, or it's completely automated?
It's completely automated. It's using machine learning, and you know that it's going to maybe eventually get there.
Okay.
Like it's like Siri level, picture taking.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Up next, we have a 1980, so you know it's going to be good, Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow. Okay, I'm going to give it to you in this blue, unless you'd prefer the green and burgundy. But the blue. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Okay, with this, Ian, you can only be a passenger.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
But it comes with a real human intern that will help you fix the car, fetch your dry cleaning, etc.
Human intern. I like that you specified human intern.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Right?
Okay, I see. So there's a man, there's a machine.
Yeah.
I'm about to get a pet.
Okay. Lastly, Ian, a 1996 Cadillac Fleetwood lowrider.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
It comes with a service Basset Hound. And
lowrider, got it.
And the Basset Hound means well, okay?
Yeah.
But
it's a Basset Hound.
But it's a Basset Hound.
Okay.
All right?
What is this Basset Hound meant to do for me?
It's meant to be like your
my companion
service dog.
Right.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah, but
sounds like a collection of chores to me.
It means well. It means well.
It means well.
And it's adorable. Right? What do you think you'd do?
I mean, I'm trying to figure out how to say that I would crush the Basset Hound gently.
Aw, Ian, you'd have a floppy Basset Hound in your lowrider. You'd have low and slow right there.
Yeah. I mean, I think you got to crush the Cadillac with the Basset Hound.
What if it was a Cadillac Donk? Would this be harder?
No, it wouldn't be.
Okay.
No, it wouldn't be. Because, I mean, an intern.
Yeah.
And then being driven around in a Rolls-Royce.
Yeah.
That's like the dream, right? That's what you want to have happen.
Yeah.
I'm going to use this person to coordinate my track days. And, and whatever. And yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's my daily driver.
Okay.
That's it.
You're marrying that?
Married.
Okay. And then for a day, you'll let Elon take your pictures for you?
Yeah, you know what? Like, I like taking pictures.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't need to take pictures.
Really?
Yeah, I don't need to document things.
Oh,
I'd
love
rather
taking pictures so much.
Yeah, like Jenny drives me crazy with the picture.
Yeah.
The picture taking to hiking ratio
Yeah.
is way out of whack. Like I just would rather just
Yeah.
enjoy the hike
Right.
and be there for the hike
Right.
rather than post it to Instagram,
Yeah.
which really makes me sound like an old man, but it's fucking true.
So I'm very thankful that the guys that I typically go mountain biking with
Haven't knocked your camera out of your hand yet?
well, that, and also like we'll be riding and I'll say like, oh, like just jog back up the hill. This is a cool spot. I'll get, pictures here. But you only do that a couple times per ride.
Yeah.
If that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, there's a limit.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. But I love taking pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is why I would kill the Tesla.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you would marry the Basset Hound?
Oh, yeah. A service Basset Hound? I could take it on an airplane. Be like, nope, service dog. Service dog. It's drooling and slobbering.
Sir, it's eating all of the peanuts.
Yeah, it's farting everywhere. Yes, exactly.
You're just dragging it through the airport.
Yes.
Is it service that it mops? Because doesn't seem that useful.
You're just rolling it on those rollers into the X-ray. And it's just laying there. Yeah, it wouldn't care.
Yeah.
Wouldn't care. It's like, oh, I can move and not have to expend any energy. Can we get these everywhere?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, right? Sleeping on the moving sidewalk.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah. Ian.
Fantastic.
Ian.
Yes.
What other things do we have to talk about?
I don't know. You have the table of contents.
We need to talk about current hot
Kia Sportage.
Sportage. We need to talk about current hot political things.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
so
how much money do you have?
I'm going to put $1 in the swear jar. So we have this swear jar.
Yeah.
For when we bring up our president on the podcast. We try not to do it, but as you can tell from the amount of money that's actually in here, we are not very successful at avoiding it.
Exactly.
So another $1 is going in.
Yeah. I need to get some cash.
All right. So
we should have just hooked my Square reader up to my iPhone and just fucking swipe the credit card every time we talked about.
Bloop.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it does have to do with cars. I was not planning on talking about it.
Okay.
Until like last week when this all blew up. But then NASCAR forced my hand. So now we got to talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So last week, as I'm sure everybody by now knows, and we're recording this on Tuesday, so who knows what's going to happen between now and when you hear this.
Yeah, Tuesday the 26th. Yep.
But last week, the president kind of just completely unprompted decided to relitigate in the public sphere the whole debate around Colin Kaepernick, which we have actually talked about on the podcast a long time ago, like last year when he first started kneeling to protest police brutality.
Yep.
And obviously he was, President Trump was eloquent and really kind of circumspect, and I'm just joking. He was a fucking asshole about it.
Yeah,
as
because
normal.
he's a human fucking garbage pit.
Right. Okay. So, really, honestly, the thing that I'm most irritated about. Okay, so you know how like in the comment section of like every car thing that anyone ends up bringing politics up.
Yeah.
People are like, I'm just here to enjoy cars. I don't want to
keep
talk
your
about
politics out of my car. Yeah.
And like same thing is in sports or in entertainment. Like, I'm just here for the blah, blah, blah. I don't want to talk about politics. I'm annoyed that I have to think about football now.
Yeah. Thank you. Me too.
I don't want to have an opinion about it. I've spent my entire life avoiding it.
Yep.
And making jokes about it, not having to deal with it.
Yeah.
Now I have to deal with it.
Right.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous. Anyway, no, that's not what I'm mostly irritated about, but it is funny.
So now we got to think about football too.
Yeah.
But
it is true. I mean,
podcast now?
So there is something to the complaints about politics invading everything.
Right.
In that we do need our deserted islands.
We do. Safe havens, happy places
for our own
moments of
health.
reprise.
Right.
Yep.
And And it is true that sport is supposed to be one of those deserted islands.
True. It can be.
It can be. And ideally it is.
Right.
Obviously, that's not always the case. And for history, just all throughout history, that's not been true.
Right.
But ideally, that's what people strive for. Anyway, so I just want to get to the core of the one thing, and then we'll talk about NASCAR. So to me, the core of the argument that people are upset about is that somehow kneeling during the national anthem, in particular, disrespects the flag and or veterans.
Right.
Which is, and I'm going to be as diplomatic as I can here. Speaking from, my nuanced position as, kind of a more liberal dude and also a veteran. It's fucking stupid. It doesn't make any sense. It's like saying the people at the Woolworths lunch counter were disrespectful of milkshakes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the time and place. You're confusing time and place.
Right.
With
the message.
Right. With the substance of the argument.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And the substance of the argument, if anything, is actually really appropriate for that time and place, because nobody joins the military because of a piece of fabric in and of itself or a song.
Right.
It's the thing that those things are supposed to represent.
Exactly.
And the grievance that they're talking about, all that Colin Kaepernick and everyone else is asking for, are things like rule of law and equal protection, and just an equal space in society, which is what the thing that, you're upset about disrespecting is purporting to represent.
Right.
So it is an appropriate and, not only should they have the right to do it, obviously, but it is also appropriate to their cause.
Right.
All right. So that out of the way. So, of course, our good friends over at NASCAR decided to prove our point yet again.
Yeah.
That car culture seems to just lag behind the rest of pop culture when it comes to these sorts of, I don't even say progressive issues, because at this point that's not
just issues in general.
Societal issues in general.
Right. They've dragged the adjust daylight savings time thing down on Microsoft Windows to like decades.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
half a century.
Yeah. And so this is the other side. This is the pitfall of the keep your politics out of my blah, 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 whatever, is that you end up kicking the can down the road and then you look like a bunch of backwards hicks.
Right.
Like NASCAR.
Right.
So I don't know the full context of how it got brought up to the NASCAR team owners. I'm guessing they were asked about it.
Right.
But they were, Richard Petty, what was his statement? Anybody that don't stand up for that ought to be out of the country, period, Petty said. If they don't appreciate where they're at, what got them where they're at? The United States. There's a lot to unpack there, but basically he's just being, love it or leave it.
Right.
That sort of thing. And again, they're talking about the context of the protest, not the no one from NASCAR has addressed the content of the protest.
Right.
0 people.
Yep.
All that's happened is that a couple of team owners have come out and said that they would fire anyone who didn't stand for the national anthem. Which is, it's just like an absurd reframing of what was never the argument.
Right.
And also the argument that got started over a year ago when Obama was president.
Right.
Like, that's when this whole thing started. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It drives me crazy. And it's really disappointing, and I wouldn't say surprising, or shocking that NASCAR is this way.
Yeah, exactly.
But you would just want to see. I want to see more NBA attitudes towards these sorts of things than NFL. Where the NBA has been out front. They've let their players speak their minds. And, and they're all very well. They make their points very well. And
And so on Last Week Tonight with John Oliver, right? He talked about this. And And he was saying that that the statement that Roger Goodell put out, right? he was like, how the fuck do I live in a world where I agree with something that Roger Goodell says? Like,
right.
of all people, like the person.
Did he talk about the NASCAR thing? I haven't seen this week.
He hasn't talked about the NASCAR thing
Okay,
yet.
okay.
But like the fact that like Michael Vick can fucking fight dogs and that other guy can like punch his wife.
Right.
Yeah, and like all of this stuff that NFL's fine with, but like I've never thought Roger Goodell was a good guy, and I still don't. But he's actually like recognizing that the president is laying down some hot bullshit when it comes to this,
Right.
and calling him out on it.
Yeah,
right?
well, and the other thing that I think people should be upset about, no matter what your position on this issue is, that I think that people should be upset that he's ruined your ruined your safe haven.
Now I gotta fucking think about politics.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that was a slightly misguided thing to begin with, but he did it in a way that was very unhealthy, and honestly, he doesn't have any place in this argument whatsoever.
Has that prevented him from inserting himself into anything?
No, in like just the dumbest way possible.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing.
The most damaging way possible.
Yeah. But also just dumb.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah, it is. It's really stupid.
Yeah. But he's very successful in reframing this argument to be about patriotism instead of what it was actually ever about, which is not patriotism.
So he got a bunch of other people on. I mean, he's all he's doing is just like trimming the fat off of his base.
Yeah.
Right? It's just this solid, like he's just carving down, and we all know it's just the white meat. He's just carving it down. Carving it down.
Yeah.
Right?
But I mean, I do think that it is kind of striking that, and to his credit, Dale Earnhardt Jr. did kind of like subtweet
I
the
did
rest of
like
NASCAR,
what he said,
which was great.
A JFK quote,
defending First Amendment rights, and that's great. But we do have this weird thing in motorsport where I feel like people aren't as outspoken as athletes in other venues.
It's probably because it's more sponsorship dependent than other sports.
That must be
right?
what it is,
right? Yeah. Other than like motorsport and pro cycling, and people aren't really flocking to pro cycling events.
Right.
Right. That's really sponsorship heavy.
Yeah, and I think you're probably right. But again, I think, going back to the thing that we had written about a while back.
Yeah. You had written about.
Yeah, that I had put on our blog. Like I do think that at some point we do have to help take ownership over some of these. Or not even ownership. We just need to be participants in the things that are happening at large in society.
Right.
Because at some point, that target's going to be fixated on us, and we better have our shit together before that happens.
So let's say like I'm a more liberal NASCAR fan, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're out there, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm looking past like some of the beer and boobies kind of, stuff with NASCAR, right?
Well, I mean,
but
the big thing is like the Confederate flags. It's still they did that lukewarm response to the Confederate flag thing a couple years ago, but they're still there.
Right.
They're still there everywhere.
Right. But by NASCAR making statements like this, they're doing nothing but excluding people that might already have traction with the sport, that might already want to give them money, right? That might want to be a participant in what they have to offer.
Yeah.
And all they're doing is putting up walls and signs that say you're not welcome here.
Well, just I would even say, even if those walls are only perceived, they're strengthening that perception.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
They're confirming the belief that this is not for you.
Exactly. Right.
Which is unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, so that does bring me to an FMK course.
Okay. All right. Ian, I really
this is a more lighthearted one.
I like the way you put that together, man.
All right. Well, thank you. I felt like I was just rambling and spinning and being irritated.
Nope. Nope. You took us on a bus ride. We hit the stops, man.
All right.
We did. It was the express too.
So NASCAR needs to get its shit together and join like a century.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so in all of these, you are a star NASCAR rookie
Okay. All right.
and reformer for the sport.
Okay.
So you come with a reformer.
Breath of fresh air.
Yeah,
into some
exactly.
facet of
So
the
these are all
sport.
going to be the NASCAR versions of these cars.
Sure.
NASCAR Ford Fusion. No more Confederate flags at NASCAR events.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
You come out with a statement and you convince everybody. You change everyone's mind. It's not like they're confiscating them. People just don't bring them.
Okay.
The fans say, you know what? I like that. I like that
Yeah.
Dave. I like that Ginger.
We're gonna follow his lead.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. NASCAR Ford Fusion. All right.
Okay. Second one. And this is your day. You drive this everywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Toyota Corolla. NASCAR, obviously. Oh, maybe it's a Camry. Camry.
It's a Camry.
It's the Camry. Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. Toyota Camry.
Okay.
Fully funded. Very successful.
Oh, this one's sponsored by M&M's.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, you can have that one.
Okay.
Toyota Camry, fully funded, very successful women's driver and engineer development program.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Very successful, highly. You get to
Yeah.
spearhead that, and you're the champion for that.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Last one. You're gonna have the first ever NASCAR version. You're not gonna be able to Google this.
Okay.
Smart car.
Okay. Okay.
And again, you're highly successful. And the catch is, Richard Petty shuts the fuck up about everything forever.
Oh, man.
Huh?
Oh, Ian. Oh, buddy. God damn, this is a tough one. Oh, this is a tough one. Okay. All right. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. All right. Smart car, Richard Petty.
You get to make a difference, Dave.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm definitely going to marry the Toyota Women in Racing,
Okay.
right?
All right.
And then for a day, Ford and Confederate flag.
Okay.
And I'm hoping that the vacuum is enough to make everybody realize how fucking stupid it is.
Smart.
Okay?
Smart.
And also with the influx of the new population coming into the sport, and 51% of the population having drivers that look like them,
Right.
that they could relate to, maybe some other things will change.
Yeah, I like
Right?
it.
I'm going to have to kill the smart car
Mm-hmm.
because when enough people know to ignore a fucking idiot, then you can ignore that idiot.
I like that. I like that answer. I think you've done exactly the right thing.
What is that? What you would do?
Think so.
Okay.
I think so. It's a tough call between the Confederate flags and the women's driving program. But I think including the engineer end of it is also obviously very critical. But yeah, I think I would do the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I really
Well thought out.
That's one of my favorite FMK cars, Ian. That's really good.
You're welcome.
I like that. You have a lot easier time accepting that than you do comments about your driving.
Well, yes.
Okay. All right. I have an FMK cars for you as well. All right. Ian, this one was kind of, you know how you think of an FMK cars and then you think of another one based on that, like just from an idea.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
This one is like that.
Okay.
This one's called long. L means long. Cars that are long in the body and a bit long in the tooth.
Oh.
These are sedans you get the long wheelbase edition of these sedans.
Okay.
For anybody who doesn't know, on a lot of higher end sedans, it's possible to get the L or long wheelbase version.
Yep.
You've probably seen a BMW 750 Li kicking around.
Unless you're in China, then you get a long wheelbase version of like everything.
Yes, exactly, right? Audi A8L and whatnot. Now, with this, I'm going to give you the car, right? And these are all used cars. None of these are new. But I'm just going to read you the most common reported issues with these cars.
And then I have to guess?
Well, we could certainly put a kicker on it like that. Okay? Yeah. Okay. So first up, I'll give you the issues.
Yeah, give me
okay?
the issues and let me see if I can guess it.
Okay. Interior trim parts may peel.
Okay. I think I have an idea already.
Shuttering over bumps.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Those are the two most reported issues.
Jag XJL.
Nope.
Really?
And that's not in the list.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And
this car's from 2008.
Okay.
Baby got back too.
Yeah.
That was a hint.
Yeah, the 7 Series
Yep.
L?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Really?
Yep. 2008
I thought those interiors were supposed to be pretty well nailed down.
BMW 750 Li.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
Long wheelbase edition. All right?
Okay.
Okay. Up next, Ian,
Mm-hmm.
here are the common issues. Check engine light due to
Audi A8L. Is that right?
Well done. Check engine light. Nailed it. Nailed it. That was good. Okay, listen to this list. Listen to this. Let me pull
Oh
it.
my God.
That's fucking funny.
Woo!
That needs to go in the greatest hits. 2010 Audi A8L. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So here it is right
It's
here.
a handsome car.
Yeah, it is. It is. I actually like the way it looks.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen to these these are the most common faults.
All right.
Check engine light due to faulty torque converter.
Mm-hmm.
Fluid leak from the transmission output shaft seal. Apparently it blows through CV joints. You're supposed to inspect them at every service.
Oh, wow.
Every service. Okay? Overheating due to failed thermostat. Carbon buildup. They're sludge monsters.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oil leaks from the crankcase vent hoses. Those are the most common problems. Okay? All right?
Oh.
Lastly, Ian,
Fucking Audi.
here's the issues, okay? Abnormal fan belt noise. That's one of the most common reported with this car,
Mm-hmm.
if anything.
Right.
Clicking sound from brake actuator.
This is the Mercedes.
Nope.
No.
Knocking sound from engine when at idle and when the AC is off and the car is in drive. This was fixed several ways. One of them included a software fix to fix a knocking sound.
Long wheelbase.
Uh-huh.
It's not a Mercedes. It's not a Jag.
Correct.
Is it a Panamera?
Nope. 2009
I don't know.
Lexus
Oh, really?
LS 460L.
Oh.
Of course, the primary complaints,
Right.
Are
noise
sound
related.
right?
Yeah. It's really blowing up my hearing aid.
Yeah. Well, and also like the fact that like they're all just like noises. That's what they have to pick
Right.
for
Yeah.
the most common faults.
Yeah.
They're the ones that like in the clear field of like, of corn, they're like, there's that one weed right there.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
exactly.
the BMW is a fucking rainforest, and the Audi is just like this like insane desert. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Jesus.
So, what are you gonna do?
All right. So I get the issues.
Well, this is just to kind of help you frame what it's like walking into the ownership of these cars.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think what I'm gonna do
Uh-huh.
is going to surprise you.
Really? Okay.
I think the correct answer here
Uh-huh.
is to crush the BMW
You are correct.
and then to drive the Audi for a day
You are correct.
before it strands you and breaks down.
Yeah, exactly.
And just document your time with the Audi a lot because it is a very good looking car.
It is.
It's the best looking car of the three,
Yes.
without a doubt. And marry the Lexus.
You're exactly right.
Right?
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I would do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that the BMW, the 7 Series butt is unforgivable
Right,
on
right.
that car.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah, no, you picked exactly right.
okay.
So while I was on Repair Pal, look, that's the website where I got these common failures, right? While I was on Repair Pal, somebody in the BMW area decided to write a little story about what their BMW ownership was like.
Oh.
Okay? This is for a 2008 750. The engine hydrolocked due to a fuel injector failing.
Oh,
Okay, for anybody who
no.
doesn't know what hydrolocking is, it's when liquid gets in your cylinder, and since liquids do not compress by nature, that's why cranes work,
Right.
right? And construction equipment,
Yeah.
right? Because of that, all of that force has to go somewhere, so it will bend your pistons. It'll completely
Or
destroy
crack
your
a block. Or
crack your block, completely destroy your engine,
Yeah.
right?
And cracking your block, that's something that you sometimes have to pay extra for in Vegas.
It is, right?
I asked her to crack my block, but instead she bent my piston.
Oh boy. So here's the story.
Nothing? No? All right.
The car had been sputtering a little.
I was talking about penises, though.
BMW dealer in Indianapolis replaced the low-pressure fuel sensor.
Uh-huh.
Okay? The next day, the car was started and still had the sputter. No error codes. Injector allowed fuel to pour into a cylinder at 1,600 psi. Since fluid does not compress, the rod and piston took the blow, resulting in a bent rod and a knock. The knock was coming from the bottom of the piston hitting the crankshaft. The oil was first drained, showing metal shavings and glitter. The engine was then removed from the vehicle after ruling out any other possible sources for a knock. Oil pans, this has more than one, were removed first to explore the rotating assembly. Cylinder 3 piston and rod were damaged. Block and rotating assembly sent to machine shop. Blah, blah, blah. All new injectors and gaskets were ordered. Cylinder 3 piston and rod were replaced. The block held up, and they're lucky that the cylinder and piston gave way. But that's all from your engine just saying, oh, you want more fuel? You want more fuel? You want more fuel?
That's crazy.
Boom. Done. Can you imagine how much that repair was? To pull the engine to diagnose it.
Yeah.
Right?
Catastrophically expensive.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. At least.
I'm guessing that was done under warranty.
I don't know. I don't know.
Because otherwise, the correct response there is to light it on fire.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Light it on fire and shove it into Bavaria. Yeah. Right?
Buy a B-17. It would be cheaper to buy a B-17
yes.
and then just drop it back.
Yeah. You want your schnitzel back? Yeah.
I love it.
Ian.
Yes.
Did we record Car Show?
We did. We did record Car Show.
Ian.
Mostly Car Show. I think mostly Car Show this time.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
You know, couple of tangents.
We got some tangents. We got some politics.
Yeah.
We got the trail mix of Car Show.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but we did identify
Costanza,
which I think is one of our crowning achievements. I think for this year.
Yeah, exactly. I think you're right.
I'm going to call it.
Yeah, I think possible greatest hits moment.
Absolutely.
Team Clearcoat podcast.
Absolutely.
This is our last episode. We're going out on an up note. No,
I'll be underneath my boss's desk if you need me.
Exactly. Right.
All right. Where people find us? They find us at the thing and the place and the guy.
They can find us on the internet, Ian, at teamclearcoat.com.
That's the one.
Right?
Yes.
And so you can find links to all of our stuff from there.
One other announcement that I will make again in the coming weeks again in our coming up shows. But I will be at Road America. Dave's not going this year.
Yeah. I have a conflicting trip.
But I will be in Road America with doing the Chump Car race with my dad's team, racing the Maserati again. And that's October 20th something.
Yep.
But it's the Road America race with Chump Car in late October. I will be there. So if you're in the area,
come on out.
Come watch me race poorly.
See the gray-haired streak.
Yeah.
As he whizzes by.
Yeah.
In a sputtering Maserati.
Yeah. Hopefully not on fire.
Hopefully not on fire. Yeah.
It's supposed to be dialed in pretty good, so I'm excited about that.
Yeah, the car is fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah. Who are you going to get to replace the brake pads in like 3 minutes?
I don't know.
Oh, man.
Well, but Jake is going to be there.
Okay.
Jake is coming.
I really wish I could go.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think you should. I think you just say like, listen, honey. Like,
no,
we're gonna do it's a vacation that's nearly as good,
really, Ian,
as what we had planned. Nearly as good,
really. We're going
southeastern Wisconsin in October is.
Yeah. All right.
The best coffee in the world.
Oh man. Oh my God. I can't even imagine. It was hard enough for me.
Yeah.
Not for my boo.
Yeah.
Ian, oh my God, she would straight murder you.
If you gave her like a cup of Wisconsin coffee.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She would kill you.
Yeah.
She would find a way to kill you with a paper cup.
To be honest, though, if you Road America at this time of year is actually really gorgeous.
It's really pretty. Like the scenery is amazing. The
It's
coffee
beautiful.
is hot shit.
Yeah, bring your own coffee.
Yeah.
If you go to Wisconsin, if you're not from there, we promise you we're not exaggerating.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah.
But it is gorgeous, and it's a really great racetrack.
Yeah.
And it's a cool place. It's a really good place to watch racing. It really is.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It's cool. It's awesome. I wish I could be there. I will be with you in spirit.
Mm-hmm. And I'll provide updates and stuff. And we'll talk about it more in the coming weeks.
Yeah. Everybody can use the hashtag #GoIanGo to tweet your well wishes to him.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what you should certainly do.
Anyway, TeamClearCoat.com.
Uh-huh.
We will see you next week.
Rate and review us on iTunes.
That's it.
Please do that.
We will see you next week.
Ian.
Yes.
Thanks for recording with me, buddy.
Thanks for having me over in your fort of blankets.
We love you, everybody.
We love you. Goodbye.